Rosen leads UCLA to historic comeback win over A&M. Pasadena, Calif. Texas A&M came into the game at UCLA as a 6-point underdog, but the Aggies did not look anything like it for the first 2.5 quarters in taking a 44-10 lead. However, the Bruins used a school record comeback to score the winning touchdown with under a minute left, earning a 45-44 victory. Up 44-38, the Aggies punted the ball to UCLA with 2:39 to play. The Bruins got the ball on their own 34 with no timeouts and trailing by 6. Josh Rosen found Darren Andrews for a gain of 11 and then Caleb Wilson for another first down. He then found Wilson again for a 16-yard gain to the A&M 24. He got the ball to Andrews at the 19, which left 3rd and 1. After a false start penalty, Jordan Lasley dropped a pass, forcing a 4th and 6. He then converted on 4th down. After faking a spike, Rosen threw it to Lasley in the corner of the end zone to give the Bruins a 45-44 lead with 43 seconds left. True freshman Kellen Mond, who was in due to Nick Starkel having left the game with a leg injury, was not able to lead the Aggies for a win, ending up just short of the first down line. Travion Williams ran for over 200 yards and Keith Ford over 100 with 5 touchdowns between the two. UCLA's first drive resulted in a 29-yard field goal to take a 3-0 lead, but it was all downhill from there until the middle of the third quarter. Making the start, true freshman Starkel was 3-3 on A&M's first possession. The 12-play, 75-yard drive was capped by a 5-yard touchdown run from senior Ford. On UCLA's next series, senior Jarrett Johnson sacked Rosen, forcing a fumble that was returned to the 3 by Armani Watts. A&M had to settle for a field goal to extend the lead to 10-3. On the next drive, A&M again forced a fumble as Watts knocked the ball out and freshman Miles Jones recovered it at the Bruin 20-yard line. 3 plays later, Williams went in from 3 yards out to extend the lead to 17-3. After the defense forced a 3-and-out, Williams opened the second quarter with a 72-yard run down to the 1-yard line. 3 plays later, Ford scored his second touchdown of the game to put the Aggies up 24-3. True freshman Mond then took over under center and, while he couldn't get anything going on his first drive, his legs proved to be a big weapon his second one. He led A&M on an 11-play, 56-yard drive that was capped off by Ford's third touchdown of the game to make it a 31-3 contest. When UCLA got the ball back, the team received a Bronx cheer when the Bruins were finally able to convert a first down. Rosen then found Jordan Lasley on a 54-yard bomb down to the 2. Jalen Starks was able to score from 2 yards out to cut the Aggie lead to 31-10. The Bruins scored a bit too quickly, though. On the first play of the next drive, Williams went 61 yards for his second touchdown of the game, extending the lead to 38-10 as the teams went into halftime. Williams had 188 yards at the half while Ford had 77 of his own. The Aggies outgained the Bruins 342 yards to 151 before intermission. The A&M defense picked up where it left off in the second half as cornerback Charles Oliver sacked Rosen on UCLA's first possession, forcing a fumble that was recovered by Kingsley Keke. The Aggies got a 32-yard field goal from Daniel LaCamera out of it to extend the lead to 41-10. After Starkel went out with an apparent leg injury, Mond took over full-time duties under center. He led the Aggies on a 12-play, 44-yard drive that was capped off by a 48-yard field goal from LaCamera to make it a 44-10 game with 4:08 to play in the third. After the A&M field goal, Rosen and UCLA looked a little more competent as the Bruins went 75 yards on 8 plays. It was capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run by Soso Jimabo to cut the lead to 44-17 heading into the final quarter. With several Aggie backups in on defense for the next Bruin drive, Rosen hit Wilson on 4th down in UCLA territory. He then hit Wilson again for 20 and 24 yards. The drive ended with a 9-yard outside screen pass touchdown to Darren Andrews to again cut the Aggie lead, this time to 44-24. With a little over 8 minutes remaining, Rosen led the Bruins and a 96-yard drive. A short interception went through the hands of Aggie defensive back Deshaun Capers-Smith and instead ended up in the hands of Andrews, who ended up with a 42-yard touchdown to cut the lead to 2 scores, 44-31. Mond led the team downfield on an 11-play, 50-yard drive. Though it took almost 4 minutes off the clock, it ended in a missed 42-yard field goal by backup Braden Mann, who was in for La Camera. With the ball back, Rosen again led UCLA down the field. After converting a key 4th down and a long pass to Wilson, Rosen was under pressure and somehow found Theo Howard for a 26-yard touchdown to make it a one-possession game, 44-38. Before leaving the game with a leg injury, Starkel finished 6-13 passing for 62 yards. Mond was 3-17 passing for 27 yards while also running for 54 yards. Williams led all rushers with 203 yards and 2 touchdowns on 22 carries while Ford added 114 yards and 3 scores. Christian Kirk caught 5 passes for 60 yards. For UCLA, Rosen was 35-59 passing for a career-high 491 yards and 4 touchdowns. Wilson was the leading receiver with 15 catches for 203 yards while Andrews had 12 receptions for 147 yards and 2 scores. A&M outgained UCLA 382 yards to 63 on the ground. The Bruins had a big edge in passing yards, though, 491-89. A&M, 0-1, hosts FCS program Nichols State next Saturday at 6 p.m. UCLA, 1-0, plays host to Hawaii.